Today we're going to be solving. All right. Do you want to crack the file? You want to crack it? Murder in medieval. Should I just leave that in like the top right there, so that people know what we're trying to solve?
Hi, Livia. If you want to come and say hi to me, you can come drop by my house.
Hey team, Giselle here. I know a big scary letter from the head archaeologist. Don't worry, I'm not angry with anyone. I've been very proud of the work we're doing at the Sherwell Castle excavation. You're all top tier academics and deserve recognition for your dedication. I'm hoping to keep digging until we know every little detail about the castle. That's why I have a difficult favour to ask. Our research budget is nearly shot, and if we can't put together some really sensational findings, nobody is going to offer us funding. But I think the recent discovery of Robert Graves' skeleton is just the opportunity we need. I'd like you to sift through all of our research to date, analyze the skeleton, and determine how and when Graves died, and who was responsible. Graves was a medieval noble, the third Baron Sherwell, who lived at the castle. His nickname was the Cat, because he's said to have survived 9 fatal injuries in his life before the last one killed him. But that's just speculation. The historical record has been foggy, and nobody knows how Graves died. Even though he had plenty of enemies, as the body shows, Graves has no shortage of wounds, any of which might have been what did him in. I'm sure it's no news to you that Graves is a controversial figure, bloodthirsty soldier, notorious adulterer. People hated him when he was alive, and plenty of people still do. That's why I think solving his murder would stir up some cash for the dig. If you can identify a suspect, investors will flock to the Sherwell Castle to help us keep researching Graves and the castle itself. You've got a tough task ahead of you. Solving a murder more than 6 centuries old means a lot of evidence will have been lost to time. With some luck, modern forensic archaeology tools will fill in the gap. Below, I've enclosed the main excavation report from the Castle Sherwell dig, some reference material I've been collecting, and whatever papers and artifacts we have relate to the Graves and those around him. I've also included a page from my daughter's pop history quarterly magazine in case you need some help brushing up on your old English language skills. Oh god. Thanks for taking this on. The future of the dig and the truth of Graves' death results rests in your hands. Head over to cryptickillers.com/medieval killer when you think you've cracked the case. P.S. Some evidence is digital only. You can browse through it via my email at UOSE. Yeah. Can't honestly remember the password, so you might need to use the alternate login method available on the site. Please check through the following list before you make a start on the case file and download anything that might. First one is the Sherwell Castle Visitor Guide, UOSE Excavation, Historical Recreation Map, Grave Skeleton Autopsy, Encyclopedia of English Peerage, photocopy, Tapestry, photo, of Frere Herman's Go to Wales QR leaflet.
Can we scan that?
I think so. Letter to Penelope. Photocopy of the medieval upholstery art. You got that? Yeah. Pop History Quarterly magazine. Recordatio Confession Henry Graves. Rolled up letter from Robertus de Graves. Photo of brooch. Photograph of the Sherwell plaque. That's that. Maybe this is the bow.
Might be.
Oh yeah, this is the bow.
I need to know what a brooch is.
Like a brooch, like a thing you put on your King Richard II chess set of English nobility archival reference. Clipping from Upper Thames Herald. Academic excerpt by Gerald McIntosh. Report of UOSE Paleo DNA Lab. Letter to Penelope.
Oh.
Photocopy of
We'll-
biomedieval.
We'll come back to the ones that we don't.
Yeah. Handwritten translation on yellow notepad. Photograph of scroll signed Richards Rex Angel. Medieval diary pages beginning Father was pleasant. Photograph of medieval correspondence note. Medieval correspondence, yeah. Tournament bracket tapestry photo. That one. So that is.
Oh,
that's the Paleo Lab.
you only missed 2, right? You know what? We'll figure it out.
Well, I don't know what photo of Brooch is. Letter from St. Carlo. Read that one out. Okay. Right. Where do we start? Probably with the letters, right?
I want to read the confession, which is a translation of what.
That confession.
Forgive me.
I shall not be.
Oh no. July 13th. Wait, read that. There's 2 Penelope letters.
This is England Part 2.
Wait, what's the.
Just trying to look for everything again.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the brooch. Paul's personal artifact number 13 from Sherwell brooch found in Outer Bailey in unidentified ruined building. Name family engraved on back of brooch, Matilda. I think maybe we should start with the knowledge of.
Oh wait, is it this?
What's that?
The confession.
Confession of.
It's in a different.
Maybe, yeah.
Forgive me, Holy Father, for I have sinned mortality. I'm deathly afraid that I might have committed the act of kinslay. Mayhaps I have killed my own flesh and blood, my father. Flesh and blood. My Father, Holy Father, this deed weighs heavily on me. I'm certain it was my arrow that pierced my father's heart. Now he lays in his bed, gasping for breath, as the servants treat his wound. But I feel he will not survive. I'm ready to dedicate my life to God as penance for this heinous sin. I will remain by my father's side until God takes him. And I intend to join the brothers at First Scott Abbey as a humble monk. Perhaps God will be merciful and forgive me this sin of mine.
What was the name?
There's no name on it. Oh, confession. It says at the bottom. Confession. Thomas and I had been begging him to stage a hunt ever since winter. Today saw the sun beaming down, even though there was a chill. A chill, so father finally relented and agreed to go out. So Lambert hoped to join us later, but I had something to discuss with Matilda's serving girl first. The 3 of us set out just after dawn and began walking through the woods east of the castle. It was not yet midday when we heard rustling ahead, and Thomas called out that it was a deer. Suddenly, father rushed ahead, making enough noise to wake the dead. Thomas and I lost sight of him among the trees and followed the sound of his running north towards the edge of the north of the castle. It was there I saw the deer and quickly loosened an arrow straight out of loose.
Yeah, loose.
An arrow straight at it, with Thomas following suit. The deer leaped away and my arrow carried on into the woods. I heard a terrible scream like a wounded dog and led Thomas towards the scream. There was father on the ground, near where my arrow had flown, and an arrow was stuck in his heart. Due to the morning chill, father had demanded Thomas give him.
Okay, so she shot her dad. Alright, wrap it up, everyone.
I don't think it's a she, because that wouldn't. I'm not being sexist, but that women wouldn't have been able to partake in hunting back then.
I don't know if this is the same thing.
Well, we got this Translate.
Record Satio Confessions Henry Graves in Mensi Junio Anno Melesio Transcentissimo
You are casting a spell.
Octor. If the furniture starts floating, don't blame me. Primo. Ignos mihi sancti
Oh, where's Isabel's note? Not Isabel, Penelope.
Penelope. This one?
Oh,
this is to Penelope.
No. Father Pleasant. It starts with.
Oh, yeah, this one. Should I read this one?
I got the translation.
Yeah, should I read it and you can translate as you go?
Okay.
As I go. Father was pleasant. I came to observe the tourney.
I can't go that quick. So, wait, what am I even writing for this? So, Father was pleased.
I came to observe the tourney. I'm guessing just observe, like
I
what?
need to see the words to translate.
Observing the tourney. I'm guessing observe the tourney. Watch the tourney. Watch the tournament. That's obvious. Sir Lambert passed me in his tourney armor. I Barely? Barely?
Again? Wait, what word?
Barely known him, if not for his crest. He's saying he was surprised that as a boy of 10 and 9, would he not take part
I would not
myself.
take part.
I would not take part myself. So Penelope is 19. 19, I'm assuming. I sat and watched Sir Vermont. I watched Sir Vermont joust. And write down these names.
Oh my god.
So Sir Lambert was the first one.
That's my mom's friend.
And then Sir Vimont, Vimont. I sat and watched Sir Vimont joust. A girl sitting aside me seemed smitten with his opponent. A knight bearing a painted sun.
A what?
A painted sun. So, where's that ornament bracket thing?
I do not know.
Yeah.
I feel like
the painted sun is that one. So the Finnish Finnish flag is Sir Vimont. Do you want to write that down?
Is who?
Vimont. Vimont. After the Sun Knight were unhorsed, she did become sullen and quiet. Then I did go to find and meet Mete. Is that on there?
Food.
So I went to find food. I passed Baron Danbay drinking with Sir Turgot in a tent. Baron.
Bathroom.
Close enough.
Baron.
Yeah. Danbe. Danbay. Maybe just don't use that. Danbei. Drinking with Sir Turgot. Turgot. Both men were enraging that they did lost their first bouts. So Sir Turgot and and Baron Danbay both lost. We're in rain. Oh no, it's not that one. Ragged. I'm assuming that just means rage.
Yeah. So who both of these?
Yeah. They when I returned to the jousting field, I came across a squire holding in his arms gold and silver painted woad splinters. Gold and silver painted woad splinters. I think those are like gauntlets, right? He's saying his master did having winning his first bout but lost in the second. So someone got past the first, and then gold and silver. That I returned to me seat and did follow the progress of Sir Lambert throughout the day. He first won irons and knight all in black, then irons and knight with a unicorn on his shield. There. That's the unicorn, right? And then so this is Sir Lambert. Must be. They also did follow Sir Bowles with his golden eagle. What? He did lost to his father. You want to put Sir Bowles' golden eagle?
Oh, we don't have them down.
No.
So how do I spell that?
Bowle.
Golden eagle.
Yeah. After he ridden against a knight baron, a crest of golden wheat.
Golden wheat.
That one?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it that one?
No, that's
right. Father did retreat to his tent. I believe his short breath from his near drowning did trouble him, though that accident were 10 years past. but when he returned, he seemed full of vigor. Sir Lambert, ridden in the final bout of the great tourney against F on the Friddle tilt, he dealt a strong blow with his lance, which bitten him in the shoulder. We all heard a horrible sound as the shoulder broke. Some in the audience whispering they thought he was killed by the blow. Sir Lambert Gracious hurried to aid him before accepting his reward as victor. So,
God, that was torture.
which one was Sir Lambert again? Did we say
Sir Lambert didn't. We didn't
this
give.
one? This
Yeah.
one? Because he was against the Knight in Black and then the Knight with the Unicorn Shield. So this is the father's crest. I'm assuming this is father against F.
Mm.
So do you want to write down Sir Lambert is
Checkered stripe.
checkered stripe, yeah.
And then whose father is this?
Penelope? I think. Where was that? Oh wait.
Why are you putting the daughter? You put the daughter shot her father in the heart. A woman wouldn't have been able to do that back
I guess. Well, I don't know. I just wrote the daughter.
then. Is it not? I feel like
Child. Just put child. Letter to Penelope. Wait, no. Medieval diary pages beginning father was pleasant. So it's just diary. This is from the diary, I guess. We don't know whose diary it is.
diarrhea.
Mamma mia.
I'm already stressed.
Why?
Because, like, I know we've only just started, but, like, so, like, obviously,
Yeah.
password is free.
Yeah, that's for if you're missing anything.
Mm.
Uh read this one. Oh wait. Family crest. Whose crest is that?
Robert de Grave. Robertus de Grave. A servant.
Does that look like? Does that look like that to you?
No.
Really?
It looks more like that.
Looks like a cat.
Yeah, it looks like this one. It's like a tiger.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah. Same push.
Maybe. So he actually faced him in the semi-finals then. Maybe.
I can't read this text. Mind not hardcore. She is a she is a what?
He is a little man.
Oh, he is a lit. I thought it said like little man with an over-eager instinct for justice. He's convincing Thomas is a fraud. And wait, we need the translation list.
Oh, yep.
Okay, so parkour is that on there?
H?
No.
No.
L-I-F-L-I.
Lively.
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 He's a lively man with an overeager instinct for justice. He is convinced Thomas is a fraud, and every day does threaten violence. Wait, every continue.
And continues to threaten violence.
Yeah, on my son. Hardcore reference to Seli, Seli, silly.
Foolish.
Oh, foolish rumors. He's saying he overheard during a visit to Westminster. I had thought from him a friend, but this last fortnight has shown he is a fool and idiot who likes the idea of serving the grave family more than truly heeding my commands.
Anything?
And Matilda, thinking that as she become my lover to move upwards in the world, that has given her privilege to voice a wit in me affairs, an opinion in my affairs.
Mm.
These things that have befell give me new haste. Should it please your highness, I would legitimize Thomas of Devonor.
Llenwer. Llenwer. I think it's like double L.
Oh. So all may know him as my flesh and blood. Then he came to us eerily this year. I have known he is min. Am I in?
Nope.
No. Let me villa household not tell you otherwise. Wash away the stain of bastardy. My binge? Binge? Something INGE?
Hinge.
Hinge? So me son will at last become in his new home. Signed your devout servant, Robertus de Grave.
That's the victim, right?
I don't know.
Pretty sure that was the victim.
So this is the dead man.
Yeah.
Aye.
And his lover is Matilda.
Okay, so victim.
I believe it's the dead man. Let me just make sure.
No, because Sir Lambert Matilda, owner of Brooch.
Was it Lambert Matilda that was the owner of Roach?
Yeah.
Hmm. Um,
The butler did
Graves was a third Baron of Sherwell. Robert Graves, yeah. Robert Graves is the one that we're looking at for. Free Herman brought to life. Scan like QR code on the back.
I'll do that with my phone because it's crispy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a video.
Free Hermans go to Wales.
Oh,
The song?
Fritz Wales,
Listen to it.
1308. As I continue
I'm gonna put it on the mic. Anyway.
Hello. Man of the bay. Among Us. This goes on for 2 minutes. It's 3 minutes long. It's a full on. It's longer than a K-pop song.
Record of the identification processing skeleton description sheet. Robert Graves, Java Castle. Shoulder wound damage to the clavicle and scapular blunt force. That was from the joust.
Do I have to listen to this whole thing?
No. Torso wound. Both ribs show scratches. Small, narrow weapon. Don't know what that one is yet.
So that's the bow.
Yeah, that's number two. Oh, actually.
That's from the joust, and we haven't learned of those.
Skull
yet.
wound, depressed fracture on top of back of head, partially caved in, property weapon with edges or corners like a mace.
Oh.
Abdominal wound, chipped 10th rib, weapon hit bone and deflected into tissue, maybe hit gallbladder. Other minor wounds and fractures, but pretty much healed up. So all from 10 plus years before death. Skeleton includes bone, organic samples, sample photo, following analysis after full skeleton.
Yeah, you're right. I think Robert is the man we're doing it on.
Yeah, this is Robert Graves.
Yeah.
So we know the shoulder wound is from the joust. Probably the head caving in is what did him in, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Let's show our castle.
Is this an actual place?
I don't know. Probably based off of somewhere. Oh, unidentified building. That's where the brooch was found, I believe.
Oh, he married Lady Eleanor of Lancaster,
Oh.
stealing away the daughters of the powerful Duke of Lancaster, put the Baron and Duke at odds for many years. Okay, so he's got a rivalry
With.
the Duke of Lancaster.
You want to write that down?
Oh, well, I'm reading. Write it down.
Oh, sorry.
Settling down in ancestral seat of Castle Shawell led Graves to grow increasingly bored. He was known to vent any frustration by beating and killing peasants who raids upon his own countryside. Common folk purportedly prayed for Graves' death in their nightly prayers. So he was a bad man.
Bad man.
Graves
Dead.
also continued his womanizing at home. After stirring a son with Eleanor, she passed away during childbirth. Okay, so Eleanor's dead.
Eleanor, wife, died during childbirth.
Graves then kept Matilda of Dover as his paramour.
Is it Mathilda?
Matilda, yeah.
Yeah.
And had her of Dover. And her forcibly confined to the castle grounds. Otherwise, he seduced peasant women or the wives of passing noblemen. Gynecologists believe many bastards were sired with this way. but records of their birth were not kept. Graves only legitimized one bastard during his life, and only in order to spite his lover Matilda. The final years of Graves' life are not documented, with his date of death still unknown. Attorney at Castle Sherwell took place in 1377, during which Graves participated. This is one of the final confirmed accounts of Graves being alive.
1377 Tawny was last
He was known to be alive.
count of him alive.
Some
Do we have a date on this diary entry?
no. Some later records mention various
No.
accidents contribute to the joke around Robert the Cat's 9 lives. However, Graves'
Ah.
body has 1381.
1381.
However, Graves' body has yet to be unearthed and analyzed to determine the time and cause of death. The Grey Rogerus Baron Grey of Ruthin lived late 13th century to mid 14th century. Issue Reynold de Grey, second Baron Grey of Ruthin by Elizabeth Hastings, Mary of Ruthin by Elizabeth Hastings. Roger de Grey led an eventful life as a soldier serving all three medieval Edwardian kings. The family was hereditary bearers of the Great Golden Spurs and were seen as a leading chivalrous bloodline. De Grey worked hard. Okay, that's he's irrelevant.
Yeah. So, give me, Holy Father, for I have sinned, mortality, I am deaf, afraid that I have committed the act of kinslaying, mayhaps killed my own flesh, blood, my father. Holy Father, this deed weighs heavily on me. My arrow now lay in the breath, but I feel he would not survive. I am ready to dedicate my life to God as penance for the sin of sin. I remain by my father until God takes him, and I intend to join brothers at Persa Abbey as a humble monk. Perhaps God will be merciful, give me this sin of mine. Thomas and I have been begging him for him to stage a hunt ever since winter. Today I saw the sun beaming down at Rouge Hill. Finally, he agreed to go out. Lambert hoped to join us. Had something to. So Sir Lambert had something to discuss with Matilda, Matilda's servant girl. Three of us set out just after dawn and began walking through the woods east of the castle.
There's more. So he Grave had avoided death twice before he came of age. Firstly, from a harsh fall down the stairs of a dimly lit tower in Sherwood Castle.
Was one a drowning by any chance?
No. And secondly, from a kick by an agitated mule, which broke several ribs.
Fall from stairs, kick from mule, broken ribs.
After reaching the age of majority, Grave began training as a soldier and eagerly joined an expedition to France as part of the ongoing 100 Years' War. Grave's father died shortly after his departure, and he inherited the barony without much fanfare. While on campaign, Grave became acquainted with Lambert of Harcourt, who became Grave's squire. At the victorious Battle of Poitiers, both Graves and Harcourt suggested and led mass slaughter of wounded French soldiers instead of capturing them for ransom. On the march home, Grave continued his butchery with raids of peasant villages. During one such raid, a yeoman tried to shoot at Graves, but Harcourt leapt in front of the arrow with his shield, stopping it from reaching its target. Graves remained grateful to Harcourt for saving his life and knighted Harcourt as a personal retainer. This was also when Graves acquired the nickname the Cat for surviving several near-death experiences. Upon returning to England, Grave eloped with Lady Eleanor of Lancaster, stealing away the daughter of the powerful Duke of Lancaster, put the Baron and the Duke at odds for many years. Settling down in his ancestral seat of Castle Shalwell led to grave led to grave growing increasingly bored. Okay, and then yeah. So
I think those might have healed though, right? His wounds from his childhood, falling down the stairs, and
the mule, yeah,
they said that if it was more than 10 years ago, it probably would have healed.
yeah, because this was before he was of age.
Yeah. Wanted to read this. University of South England Department of Archaeology and Anthropology. Giselle Evans, professional license E3131. Lead surveyor Mars Peterson. Lead medievalist Victor Romanovsky. Lead chemist Maddie Gormley. Warehouse supervisor Bartholomew Spencer. A total of 1,685 Norman English artifacts were recovered during stage 2 of the excavation Table 1. These cover subterranean samples recovered either from machine assisted surface excavation, hand tools excavation, or unexcavated underground chambers, but not including but not limited to the castle crypt. Blah, 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 blah. What it is. Kitchen food consumption storage. The majority of architectural class are stone walls that remain standing today. Stone is primarily limestone, thought to have been quarried locally during construction. Food subclass fish remains identified as anguilla, European eel, and salmo trotter, brown trout. Avian remains identified as gallus, domestic chicken. Food subclass Mammalia remain as cattle, domestic sheep, wild boar, and roe deer. Uh, Brown rat, dog, and human. Human remains are skeletal artifacts recovered from the overgrown underground castle crypt. Their tombs long decayed, leaving only bones in the ground. Early testing has identified partially complete skeletons belonging to 5 individuals. If the crypt's inscriptions are correct, these individuals are Lord Chester Ballamore, Robert Graves, 3rd Baron Sherwell, uh, Thomas Graves, Euphemia Graves, 7th Baroness Sherwell, Sir Lambert Harcourt.
Wait, so who are these?
Oh, this is Sir Lambert of Harcourt.
Yeah.
So these are the 5 graves found on the property. These are the 5 graves.
So it's Hester.
Guy got murdered. His son, Euphemia Graves, 7th Baroness, and Sir Lambert of Harcourt. Household accessories comprise of wood shards thought to be from benches and tables. Wood is primarily English oak, though some imported Dutch elm furnishings seem to be present. Contact has been made with colleagues at the University of Oost-Zoutbridge in the Netherlands to follow up. Lighting devices are components of primarily ceramic, wood, and metal candlesticks, holders. One significant artifact seems to be fully intact standing floor candelabra recovered from the probable chapel.
Candelabra. Is that the
Candlestick, but with multiple.
What's he called? Lumiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ceramics were cleaned and sorted by similar color and thickness. Stage 3. Hi, Ellie. Of the excavation includes plans to begin reassembly where possible. The majority of ceramics were found in the area of the site thought to have contained kitchens and food storage. Several notable samples were sent chemical testing to determine historical contact. Remainder of samples spread between probable feast hall, brewery, beer cellar, and wine cellar. Many fragments of vessels are thought to be used for storage or serving.
I know it's probably not, but right now my main suspect is Duke of Lancaster.
Lambert.
No, Lancaster.
Oh, is that someone else?
It's Eleanor's dad.
Or yeah.
Because he stole Eleanor away from her dad, and so that put them out for many years.
Some notable artifacts include a surprisingly well-preserved wooden bowl recovered from the crypt. The cool, dry atmosphere may account for preservation. A decorative brooch, various gold coins bearing the profile of King Edward III, Henry VII, and Charles I. Bent and blunted iron practice sword may be the one that's supposedly used to stab graves by a disgruntled squire in 1370.
Wait, so do you know the entry we read? The entry that's so hard to say.
That entry we read.
The entry we read. How's it not that one when it literally says when he got shot in the heart? How's it not that one when he said he was lying on his deathbed? Are we trying to figure out who that is? Because is it not the son?
It might be the son or the stepson.
So,
or half son.
Why are we figuring this all out? Like, surely that's
We don't know who this is.
No,
this no,
isn't...
not that one. We don't know who.
Oh, okay. Oh,
who
this
wrote
one.
this?
Okay. Oh yeah, because there was no note, so we need to find something from.
So it's probably Thomas, but it could also be that his arrow didn't hit,
and it was just weirdly timed.
Yeah. Findings from stage 2 are consistent with a site continuously occupied between the High Middle Ages and the 18th century. No inconsistent outliers were excavated that might indicate anyone other than the Anglo-Norman and later English peoples occupied Sherwood Castle. So my opinion as a team lead that the excavation should progress to stage 3 means of the top of soil remaining. Further manpower should be allocated to documenting and testing recovered artifacts. History team should be assembled to collate historic documents related to Sherwood Castle and the excavation. Initial findings have been promising, with the potential for further artifacts to be uncovered. Funding requests are pending.
Should I log into the email?
I was thinking that we should probably do that.
Do
we do that on here?
No, just do it on my phone because we need that for the notes. What's the website?
What does this say on the back?
Wander
the halls and courtyards of your medieval ancestors.
Oh, that's kind of sick. I wonder if this is a real plate.
Probably based off of like a castle in southeast, because obviously you got Dover and stuff like that. Here's another note that we haven't read yet.
Oh, it is an actual place.
uose.co.uk.
Wait, hold on. uose.co.uk. I just felt a little wind on my foot. Email.
Evan EVAN SG5.
Sorry,
SG5 at uose.co.uk. I can't honestly remember what the password, so you might need to use the alternate login method available on the. No, password Graves is for if you're missing document.
Password link?
Yeah. To enter the email again. Evan SG 5 OSE.co.uk.
What is your middle name?
Evan S. That's probably in like news article, isn't it? What's the other questions? Excavation license number. I saw that. That was on the. Wait, that's this photo, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait, which one's Robert?
Medieval tertiary. Robert Graves, third bed, seated at center. This one.
Oh, no, sorry, Henry.
Oh, we don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, this one? Because he's got the.
Is that who we said? Checker. So Lambert.
Is
Henry Lambert.
Is that Henry?
I don't know.
I think it might be that geezer. Oh, here it is. No, it's not.
The little clipping?
No. Well, that, but also someone. There was. Oh, what was it in here? Giselle Evans, E3131. Is it just Giselle? No, that's not middle name, surely.
It has to be the F.
Yeah. There's something.
Giselle something Evans.
S. Evans. So much. Looking for the newspaper clipping. Have you seen that?
No.
Happy Saturday, Happy Saturday, dear readers. This week I happened across a book in the Middle English Poetry in Kettlebridge Road Library. After flipping through the pages, two stanzas stuck out to me. Who knew medieval minstrels were fond of ghost stories? Pay attention to the patterns of. Trevor had noticed thefts from the Dig Artifacts warehouse. Graduate student working under the team lead Giselle Evans overheard Evans speaking on the phone with the show account. I need to find Evans' middle name.
Password.
I don't know if that's going to do anything.
Oh, wait, it's to tell you what each of them are.
All that.
Yeah, hand protection,
Curious.
breastplate and backplate, thigh protection.
Where do we find the middle name? To do laundry, food shop, biscuits, email CHVC. You want to try Giselle?
Is it spelled like that?
1L.
Okay, that's Henry.
Okay, so how do we find Giselle's middle name? I haven't seen it anywhere, have you?
No. Oh. Oh, wait, no, that's just Giselle Evans.
Happy Saturday, dear readers. This week I happened across a book in the Middle English Poetry in Kettlebridge Road Library. After flipping through pages, two stanzas stuck out to me. Who knew medieval minstrels were fond of ghost stories? Pay attention to the pattern iambs consisting of unstressed syllables followed by stressed syllables. That made this song the hottest dance. After the arrow fell the fend, his phantom dined on Sherwell's food, which bloody lips made poisoned through our midwinter 82. Oh, hold up. After the arrow failed the fend, his phantom dined pond Sherwell's food, which bloodied lips made poisoned throughout midwinter 82. So 1382 midwinter poison? Question mark? Bad humorous plagued Baron Graves. But one full year since lordly maid, the Baron kept unto his bed, made sickly by the Yemen red. So he died of poison,
Oh.
maybe.
Oh.
Oh, that's useful, isn't it? Armory Robert the cat. Oh yeah, of course he's Sir Lambert. Yeah, that's Sir Lambert of Harcourt.
So this one's Henry.
No, that's Henry. Arms of Henry Grey.
No, don't.
You didn't see it. It's fine.
Arms of Worcester Ballymote. Thomas. Oh
Should
wait,
we
it
match
could have.
that up to?
So we need to ignore these two because they're like alliances.
So this one is Lambert,
Lambert of Harcourt,
who faced off against the Black Knight.
like
And the
like
unicorn.
black with a yellow stripe and two arrows.
No.
A castle.
Oh, we got that flag, maybe?
No, it's different. This one's.
Yeah, it's diagonal.
It's
Castle.
castle with blue. Sorry, green and yellow.
No.
Like pheasant or something. Bird.
Like a bird.
And it's on a red background.
No.
And a blue dog with a yellow stripe.
There's a yellow stripe, but
That's for.
is that Robert though? Doesn't look like Robert. Doesn't look like a cat.
It looks like a lion.
I don't know.
But I think it's no. Cats grown differently in several different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried looking at this for.
What haven't we read? There was a note. This one. Penelope, how long since last saw you? I with try to visit soon. I had shapen that today I might ask Sir Lambert if he with plead with the 25 iron on me bibala to short allow a short absence to see you. 25 he never coming to our meeting. Okay. At first light yesterday day before day The 25 Aaron went forth to hunt in the north wood, taking with him his sons Henry and Thomas.
Henry and Thomas.
Henry and Thomas.
Henry and Thomas.
The former B word.
Bastard.
Yeah.
So Henry's the bastard.
Thomas's.
Thomas's?
Yeah. As the morning wore on and the sun climbed high, I was near knocking down by Sir Lambert. Huh? Who came hastening from the stairs of the Osprey Tower. He bare his bow fastening from the stair of the Osprey Tower. He bare his bow in a hand and said he would yet join the hunt. Though the hour was late, he made excuse for not meeting me before, and carried a short while in speech. Yet did he not depart far. Soon after there arose great clamour. Henry and Thomas returned in despair, bearing their father sore wounded with an arrow through his back heart. Henry cried out and ran in despair, while Thomas, lifting the 25 Baron to the bedchamber. Sir Lambert came close behind, his face turning white as snow, where he. So it was Lambert that shot him. Later, later Milady Matilda hath me to bandage the wound of the Baron, as she and Thomas sitting at his bedside, but a friar who remaining at the castle chased me off with while cringe out that I am a witch. I thought I saw a vile Thomas make a face as if it was to say he was pleased I could not inspect the wound. In my heart, I believed that treacherous his father to feed his ambition. All he cares for is gold and his something. If he should ever lead Sherwell Castle, I am certain he will season the jewels of me lady and send her out to fend for herself. Even as I write the words, I seethe with anger. I would readily poison Thomas and the rest of the household if he trying to bring harm to milady. If the castle is disturbing, I hope this matter will resolve itself and I can visit with you before the summer is finishing, dear Penelope. So that was a law drop.
I couldn't understand most of it. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm trying to figure out a fucking name.
So Ingrid saw Lambert leave the castle with his bow. Claiming to join Hunt. Thomas thinks he shot his dad, but could be Lambert. I think.
Why can't they just say a full name?
John of Gaunt has beginneth his plan. An ambitious peasant is enlisted as our agent.
Genevieve.
Genevieve?
That's the middle name.
What is it not S? Genevieve. They will visit Sherwell as an impostor to unleaten the family. The Duke is most pleased as the chance to be revenging on his enemy. King Edward.
I don't know why. I was expecting to open the email and see something from like 1381.
Is hoping. Email it from Jonathan.
Hi Giselle, hope the day's going alright. I got your message, Ari, that indulgence from the Archbishop of Canterbury. As you guessed, most of it is the boilerplate cleric junk, complete forgiveness for sins committed, penance assigned, etc. But there was one section that jumped out to me. You were right again. There was something odd. Here's the interesting bit. A bunch of language, which I translated to mean God has seen Brother Henry surrender.
Wait. Don't continue. I know the letter that they're on about. It's that one in like complete nonsense. Here, this one. Wait.
Deus videre fracrum.
Deus. Can you see that? Is that this one? Monstrum Iraq.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. I saw that part on the website.
This bit is.
Come, Thomas. Don't do that.
Anyway, just keep reading.
God has seen Brother Henry surrender earthly pleasures and withdrawn to monastic seclusion as penance for his mortal sin. Now I, Ranulph, Archbishop of Canterbury, wash away this sin upon the death of Brother Henry, so that God may welcome him into heaven. If this actually is Henry Graves, he would be nearly 70 years old. That's a lot of penance. Though I suppose this wasn't some run-of-the-mill crime, whatever he did. Anyway, I'm happy to send over the whole document translated line by line if you really want, but I'm betting we agreed that this is what really matters. You owe me a pint next time you're back on campus. It's more fun doing these translations over a drink like the last one. Okay. He didn't send over the translated one.
No.
Oh no. He never sent over the little liar. Thank you for choosing the University of England Paleo DNA lab for your testing needs. Your complete lab report is attached to this email. Looking forward to working with you. Sample DNA obtained from dental records of two individuals, Robert Grave and Thomas Grave of Lawanore. First molar central in the
Insider.
recovered DNA then compared to test paternity. So Thomas, that's his son. Comparison of the two DNA samples show that two individuals were unrelated. What does that say? Genomes were dissimilar in several key places. In this something, Robert Graves and Thomas of something were no more related than any two individuals in this era.
So they weren't actual blood relatives.
No.
But he took in him as his son.
Bastard. I know I'm not supposed to be in the storage room after hours, but I spotted a piece of paper cut up in one of the trolley wheels. Not sure what it belongs to or if it even related to the dig, but I figured I ought to check with you for it attached.
Rest of this letter.
Oh, right. So
Thomas give him
father. Wait, go from and an arrow was stuck in his heart due to the morning chill. Father had demanded Thomas give him brother's prize brigand form. As Thomas and I rushed to father's side, he still wore the armor, which made it difficult to tell how much he was bleeding against the red cloth. Together, Thomas and I returned him to the castle with some difficulty. Once I had composed myself, came straight to you, Friar Herman, to take confession. Please, Holy Father, tell me, can I ever at one for what? Can I ever atone for what I have done?
So this was Henry that shot.
Yeah. And he regretted it. Like, it was a pure accident.
Yeah, but it also couldn't. It also might not have been him because of this. Nope.
Oh, 3D render of the castle.
I don't know how relevant it is, but it's cool.
Well, it's probably needed because there's so many different maps of the castle.
Yeah.
So it's probably important.
Have you read all of this?
No, I skimmed through it to try and find Giselle's name, but you can read it. Good morning, Giselle. I'm pleased to say that the restoration team are making progress on the book retrieved from the crypt at Darrow Castle. Does it show what the crypt is?
This one.
Oh, right. We've got a long way still to go, of course, but that's always the case with delicate projects like this. I've enclosed a photo of the page the team just finished working on. It's amazing how much color is preserved underneath the grime and dirt. I think this might have remained buried for hundreds or even thousand more years if the excavation hadn't been approved. Oh, for unhorsing his opponent in the third hill. Yeah, that's the translation. Yeah,
Wait, no, I was looking for. Wait, so third round. So him versus That's not the third round, though, is it? Round 1 is here. Round 2 is here. Round 3 is here. So it's someone here. Here?
No, because it's that.
Oh, you're right. It is that.
For unhosting his opponent in the third kill, this sum of 3,000 silver groat is is given to Sir Lambert of Harcourt for victory in the joust. This reward given by the grace and estate of Robert the Cat, third Baron Cherwell.
Yeah, so it was. You were right then. It is that. It's the cat.
Well, yeah, it was obvious that's what was meant to be the cat. Voice recording.
Hello, you fraudulent archaeologists. Having fun tearing apart Sherwell Castle? We at the Sherwell Historical Volunteer Club, CHVC, were pleased to see you finally approached us to collaborate. Yet your email did not capture the pleading note we were looking for. How you expect to carry out any historical study in Sherwell County without involving the CHVC is anyone's guess. Perhaps next time you'll begin by partnering with us instead of having to beg for our help. Yes? But despite the arrogance of your dig team, our board of directors has elected to humour you with a response as a flag of truce. Perhaps now you'll recognise how useful the CHBC might be to your excavation and invite us to join. Your original query read, does the Volunteer Club know of any historical record explaining the unidentified ruined building in the west end of the Outer Bailey at Sherwell Castle? As a matter of fact, yes, indeed. CHBC has archived all available records since the Norman conquest pertaining to Sherwell County. We have in our possession a taxation receipt dated autumn 1379 regarding a taxman's visit to Castle Sherwell. The receipt mentions the demolition of a kennel within the castle grounds, just in passing. We feel that should suffice to answer your query. If you have any other questions, we have the answers. A mutual agreement might be arranged between the CHVC and your dig team, should you deign to stoop to our level. Respectfully, Hazel Woods, Head of Community Outreach at the Sherwell Historical Volunteer Club.
God, she sounded like the nerd emoji.
Actually,
Okay, there's one more. Good day, Miss Evans. We got some good news regarding the theft report you submitted related to missing items from your archaeological excavation at Sherwell Castle. Our officers have managed to locate an amateur online sale of one artifact you reported, a set of medieval armor. I've attached a screenshot of the sale if you can kindly confirm this matches your missing artifact. The WeBuy site does not publicize the location of their sellers. However, our cybercrime unit is attempting to track down the IP address from which the post was made. I'm confident we will recover this set of armor within a week's time and apprehend your thief. Glad we could help with your unfortunate circumstance. We'll
excuse me.
We'll contact you when there are any new developments in the case. Oh, it's thingy's armor.
Bird in it.
The bird man. Yeah,
Geezer. Who's he?
It said it in the leaflet.
Oh. This chess set.
Oh, it's Thomas.
Oh. This chess set was thought to be commissioned as a gift for King Richard II of England, depicting the nobility of his court, with their name engraved on the underside of each piece. No one would divide it into white and black pieces according to their political allegiances. A real-life chess game between the two sides would play out just over a decade after its creation during Richard's Disposition Walrus Ivory, 1384. Presumed to be finished in 1384, based on the combination of nobles depicted as white pieces. John of Gaunt, first Duke of Lancaster, Thomas of Thomas de Beauchamp, 12th Earl of Warwick, Henry Bolingbroke, 3rd Earl of Derby, Black Pieces, Richard of Bordeaux, King of England, Thomas of Lemoner, 4th Baron of Cherwell. Thomas of Lemoner was the 4th Baron of Cherwell.
Oh, that's right after him.
Yeah. February 1980 purchased, March 1980 to July 2015, displayed in Medieval Collection, July 2015 sent to reservation, September 2015 returned to storage, January 2016 to September 28 displayed in Medieval Collection.
Pass me that scroll. We haven't really looked at
I think you read that, didn't you?
that yet. No, not that. Richard II, King of England, Lord of Wales and Ireland, by the grace of God, the Secretary Thomas of Leonor, the real the real the real son of Robert Graves, Baron Sherwell, will all honour dignities and glory therein. To name Thomas Graves a bastard is to be holden in royal contempt for squandry.
Squandry.
No, it's Slaundre.
Slander.
Slander. Oh, so you didn't like being called a bastard. Well, for slander, this guarantee with request of Robert Graves, Baron Sherwell, to Thomas Graves, to succession to the barony of Sherwell after the firstborn son of Robert Graves, Baron Sherwell, namely Henry Graves, look upon this decree. We have caused these letters to be in patent. Witness ourselves upon the foresight of Yule in year 1378 of your regnan, Richardus Angli.
Force majeure. Many occurrences in medieval Europe were attributed to force majeure or an act of God. The use of force majeure to interpret the unknown may seem logical to modern observers in specific applications. Germ theory was not well understood at the time, so naturally a man dropping dead with no apparent symptoms was God's will, rather than an invisible pathogen. However, this mindset extended beyond simple unexplained phenomena, both from a leading voice in the study of medieval ontology says acts of God were self-determined prophecy. God had the power to grant life and take it away. By virtue of someone being alive, they were simply divinely favored, or at least tolerated. A sudden death was therefore swift punishment for some sin. Notably, Buffon sees force majeure as a way to explain tragedy retroactively. Suppose that in the medieval period, the untimely death of a relative should not be something to grieve, but a reassurance that God corrects the world, create order, and let virtue thrive. The medieval period saw a force majeure slowly weaponized as accidents could be arranged. Falling ill after a meal or a splintered lance leading to an infected wound would be seen as divine intervention, neatly avoiding the need to investigate for deliberate poisoning or superstitiously. Citation. Needing to investigate for deliberate poisoning or surreptitiously reinforced lance head. In this way, many scholars believe dozens, if not hundreds, of deaths in the Middle Ages were secret assassins that were never given proper attention. Gormley pointed this out in the context of infamous so-called hunting accidents. Hunts were dangerous outings, no surprise there, since hunting involved badgering the local wildlife until it startled and run across the hunter's line of sight. But the dark forests of England and Wales were perfect spots for ambush. Hunting party would spread out, allowing the assassin the opportunity to stalk their intended victim. Putting an arrow in the back of someone's head was the easiest thing in the world. Then the assassin would need to feign ignorance and act distraught, calling for help. The first response many would have would be to pity the assassin, whose arrow it was assumed was redirected by God to strike down the sinner. Anybody may have taken a pot shot at a flying bird and struck another hunter. Murder was farthest thing from anyone's mind as the mouths of noble jackals began to water at the thought of taking the dead man's position at court. Whether those alive at the time understood how force majeure could be used to their advantage to gloss over certain violent incidents is unclear. It is probable that cynical nobles with disdain for religion saw through force majeure, but as this was class already disposed to murdering their enemies with little regard to piety, such murders may have occurred regardless of noble, if the noble relied on or simply stumbled into the veneer of force majeure in their schemes. So this is basically saying that a lot of what could have killed him could have been played off as an accident.
Well, yeah, I've read a lot of things that could kill him while you were reading that. So this is saying, the Duke sent someone to kill Sherwell.
Yeah.
This I don't really understand this, but it's something to do with hunting the bloody yeoman.
Yeah.
Yeoman. At this point in 1381, it is thought the story of the blood yeoman originated. Poachers were busy pursuing a deer when suddenly a blood-red devil rose up at the edge of the woods and blocked their path. The figure began bellowing a curse, but just then the heavens opened with divine light. A golden arrow flew down and pierced the devil's heart. Believing God had saved them, the poachers ran in fear and told the story to a local knight who had it written down. Locals recounted the story of the bloody yeoman for years as warning against the poacher. But that's reciting when he got shot in the heart.
Yeah. This.
And then this says there were traces of poison in the oats, but the traces of poison weren't strong enough to be lethal. So whoever was caring for him at the time was trying to kill him.
There were like 5 different ways that he could have died.
So many people were out for this man, and I understand why, because he was a bastard. Not a bastard, literally. Like, he was a cunt. I've been trying to like look at things. Oh, the bow.
That's Lambert's bow. This note is from Ingrid, who tried to poison him. I think she's the one that tried to poison him.
Congratulations to the man who saved my life.
Where did you see that about poison? This one?
This one, yeah. It's in the shattered, like, pot.
DNA samples. Dated 1382, yeah. Deadly nightshade.
Oh, baby.
It's always bloody nightshade, isn't it?
Torso wound. So that's the arrow. skull wound. We
We
still
don't
not.
know what the skull wound is.
And then abdominal wound.
What's the abdominal wound? Oh, we don't know what that was.
Yeah. Hip 10th rib, weapon hit bone, and deflected into tissue, maybe hit gallbladder. I'm actually like, oh, we haven't looked into the actual website part yet, have we?
Which website part? That's only for the hints and stuff.
Oh.
I believe.
No, I swear there's usually stuff on that.
Yeah, it's usually the hint.
No, not just the hint.
We haven't read this either, I don't think.
No, we haven't. You can read that out.
To the Sherwell Castle excavation team, care of Giselle Evans. My assistant brought your query about the staff of St. Rowena to my attention. Our parish records from the 1300s are rather scattered, and as such, it took some time to uncover any direct references. St. Carlo operated in tandem with his partner Abbey during this time, and some petty rivalries kept the bishop and abbot from consolidating their records. Fortunately, one of the young priests took a liking to the task and eagerly reorganizing all the paper records that had survived throughout the ages.
Oh,
As
you're
such, he
right,
located a mention of the staff of Friar Herman of the Dominican Order of Preachers is purported to have stayed at the abbey in the summer of the year 1381 and left the staff in the care of the abbot as Friar Herman continued his travels. Of special note to you and your team, Friar Herman is noted to have just arrived from an extended stay at Sherwell Castle. It is reported that he was gifted the relic by a dying man of nobility, and by God's favour, at the 11th hour. However, the location of the staff itself is not recorded, and is in line with the aforementioned rivalries in church leadership. I am doubtful such a record would have made its way to St. Carlo. The church must hand the reins to archaeologists and anthropologists such as yourself. Should the staff be recovered from wherever it has come to rest, I offer my humble apologies that we could not provide more direction to guide your search for the staff, but you and your colleagues are always welcome in Caradoc if you would care to visit and browse our records personally. Reverend Reese Bedu, warm regards and God bless. St. Carlo Church, Caradoc, Wales.
There's so many people.
So many people.
We need to establish a timeline.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's so many events and just having them all like muddled up. We need to like draw out a timeline of
That's
when
what I've
events
been
happened.
like writing.
Oh, okay.
So 1377 was the last account of him being alive. 1381 was a confession. 1382 midwinter poison was what I got from this note, I believe. It said
I won't lie, I'm a bit stumped. But I am also exhausted, so it's hard for me to even think right now.
That night I helped bathe my lady and asked how she fared. Her answer was strange, and she assured me I would be safe with her. She faced away from me so she could not see my face become hard with conviction. The wound The brooch left in the Baron is now infected. I refuse to brew in a remedy of herbs. Perchance he shall die. As you know, I cannot join you, dear Penelope. Forgiven me, I shall. Wait, this is a different note, isn't it? Is not? Is there another note for Penelope?
Yeah, there's two Penelope notes. I said this.
I don't think we've read this one then. My hand. So many papers. Should I just read this whole note? Penelope, I shall not be visiting London as I had hoped to. My Lady Matilda had a bitter quarrel with the Baron, and I must stay for am remaining to attend her. Speak not of what I share with you. I heard the quarrel, and me lord and lady knowed not. They did standen in the kennel and quarrel as I hid outside. She, milady, was furious with that the Baron had adopted his B word, Thomas.
Bastard.
Yep. The Baron was bawdy and said
He was what?
be a thoughty, something like that.
Oh, fuck's sake. It's my fault. Trying to sort things out. Oh, I see it. Luckily, it's a funky colour. Starts with B.
Yeah.
It's not on here.
S maybe.
Where? Tell me what I'm looking at.
Saughit.
Are you sure it's not naughty?
Maybe it's naughty. The Baron were naughty and said he had done it to punish milady, for she was becoming defiant of late. He
Desire.
desired his
He desired to keep her
he desired to keep her forever
as a lover.
keep her as a lover, but will imprison her in the castle evermore. But then, dear Penelope, the Baron did threaten me. I leaned around the corner to watch as my lady with fire defended my honor. Alas, the Baron thinking me a witch, and says the other servants agree. Me knowing of herbology is mistaken for alchemy, and me and my literacy for the influence of the devil. I saw my lady become flushed, and I thought she might faint, but she tore the brooch from her cloak and stabbed the Baron in his side. For a moment they did both stand still. The Baron roared and collapsed. I did with haste slip away, for my lady ran out from the kennel, her crying for help and feigning distress. That night I helped bathe my lady and asked how she fared. Her answer was strange, and she assured me I would be safe with her. She faced away from me so she would not see my face before it face become hard with conviction. The wound the brooch left in the Baron is now infected. I refuse to brew in a remedy of herbs. Perchance he shall die, as you now know. I cannot join you, dear Penelope. Forgive me. I shall visit on another occasion.
So that's the abdominal wound.
Is that what killed him?
Well, she said Ingrid said she hoped it kills him.
Yeah, but when was...
But the thing is, that's such a... Is it not that one or that one? Because, like, that's such a big... For a brooch.
Oh, here's the other note.
Yeah, hold it out.
That's part 1, that's part 2. I don't know if that's in order, though. I'm assuming it is. How long since I last saw you? I will try to visit soon. I had shapen that today I might ask Sir Lambert if he will plead with the Baron on my behalf to allow a short absence to see you. But he never come to our meeting, so it seems my trip will be delayed. Until then, oh, wait, that links up with this. Thomas and I, Sir Lambert hoped to join us later, but had to discuss something with Matilda's servant girl.
So Ingrid is Matilda's servant girl.
Yeah. Because she keeps referring to her as Milady. But
So Lambert would have been at that hunting trip had it not been for Ingrid.
But no, because read on. At first light yesterday, my lord the Baron went forth to hunt in the North Woods, taking with him his sons Henry and Thomas. So Henry and Thomas are the ones on this trip with the Baron. Henry is the one that wrote this note.
Yeah.
As the morning wore on and the sun climbed high, it was... Huh?
Henry and Thomas returned in despair.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, God, I skipped.
As the morning wore on and the sun climbed high, I was near knocking down by Sir Lambert, who came hastening from the stairs of the Osprey Tower. Right?
He bare his bow in hand and said he would yet join the hunt, though the fall was fate.
Though the hour was late. He made excuses for not meeting me before and tarried a short while in speech, yet did not depart far. Soon after there arose great clamour. Henry and Thomas returned in despair, bearing their father sore wounded with an arrow through his black heart. Henry cried out and went and ran in despair, whilst Thomas lifted the Baron to the bedchamber. Sir Lambert came close behind, his face turning white as snow when he beheld his stricken lord. Later, my lady Matilda called me to bandage the wound of the Baron, as she and Thomas sit beside his bedside. But a friar who remained at the castle chanced chase me off while crying out that I am a witch. I thought I saw vile Thomas make a face as if to say he was pleased I could not inspect the wound. In my heart, I believed that treacherous
bastard
more bearing his father to feed his ambitious. All he cares for is gold, his covetous. If he should ever lead Sherwell Castle, I am certain he will seize the jewels with my lady, who send her out to fend for herself. Even as I write these words, I see you with anger. I would readily poison Thomas and the rest of the household if he trying to bring harm to my lady. As if the castle is disturbing, I hope this matter will resolve itself and I can come visit with you before the summer is finished, dear Penelope.
So how's it not Thomas? How's Thomas not the killer?
Because he hasn't really done anything. You mean Henry?
We still don't know what gave him the head wound.
We don't. You mean Henry? How is it not Henry?
No, how's it not Thomas, the bastard?
How do you think it's Thomas?
Because Thomas was like he almost like didn't want to check the wound, and Thomas wasn't there when Henry shot the bow, so Thomas could have shot the king, not the king, the Baron.
But also, Sir Lambert ran away. Like, Sir Lambert had a bow in his hand. Who came glistening from his Osprey's tower. He bare his bow in hand.
I don't think it was him though. Because the Baron and Sir Lambert got along.
Yeah, but he was jealous of the Baron. Do we look at the hints? Yeah. What's
wrong with her?
She's probably just got some like crumbs in her. This is the brooch that infected the wound. And Matilda stabbed him. This isn't dated, which is the problem.
My teacher would have a go at me if I didn't date my stuff. I can't concentrate with that.
Do you want to turn her off? Am I gonna have to do it?
Yeah.
Right. So it's not this one because this was the first one. I don't think.
It's not that one because that was the arrow.
Yeah.
And that was the brooch.
Yeah.
So it's that one. But we can't find anything.
What is the head wound?
I think you're right. Sir Lambert did shoot him because the plaque.
Yeah.
So we need to find what gave him the head injury, but I feel like we've read everything.
Is it not the staircase?
No, because that's when he was before the age.
But it could have just caused it anyway.
It could have also been poison.
What did this say about?
Flash fell down the stairs.
Immediate tower show castles. I think it's this one, right? This seems to be the latest account. Well, it's not dated, but
I don't think so. That's when she stabbed him with the brooch.
And it got infected and he died from the infection.
Oh, true.
And it was mistaken as poison.
So, you want to say Ingrid?
Well, should we look at the hints before we do?
Oh, sure. I forget we usually do that.
Well, no, it was Matilda. not Ingrid.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
Matilda
sorry.
stabbed her.
Okay, so establishing a timeline. The crux of mystery behind Robert's grave is when he died. No record pinpoints the death. Check the Encyclopedia of English Period.
Ah.
The thing where it tells you he fell down the stairs when he was younger. Little portrait on it.
Does this give us dates? Lived late 13th century to mid 14th.
That's someone else.
Oh, the Grey Roger, first Baron of Return. Oh, lived 14th century to late 14th.
Encyclopedia mentions the attorney in 1377. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, we got that.
Henry's diary entry from the attorney says Robert Graves participated in the jail.
Yeah, we knew that.
1377 confirmed.
He was alive at 1377.
Robert Graves is still alive. Next, what is the latest dated evidence we pulled from the
1381 or 1380.
1384.
Wait,
The
1384.
chess set. However, none of the figures depict Robert Graves.
Yeah.
Instead, depicting Thomas Graves, fourth Baron.
Oh,
Sherlock.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he was dead before 1384. Okay,
What
yeah.
is the latest date evidence to mention Robert Graves?
1382.
Yeah, 1382. But doesn't name Robert Graves. Perhaps this was his successor. Can you find any other life-threatening incident?
Well, it was the archery, 81.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we have bookends for our timeline. We could determine what the latest injury he sustained chronologically, the brooch wound. His final injury must be what killed him, but be sure to match up the evidence with the notes of the photo of Graves' skeleton. Yeah, okay.
Was that the brooch wound that was lost?
Yeah,
Does it
because
say?
part 1 was
After the
shooting.
after the shooting, and then part 2 was later. Yeah.
So do we put Matilda or do we continue going through?
Let's go through the hints still.
A lot. Okay. Briar Herman. Who is Herman and how did he end up at Sherwood Castle? Read Herman's memoir.
He was
to the
part of the
faithful.
church.
Yeah. Herman is traveling through, he was headed west during the winter of 1380. They stopped at Sherwood Castle for a feast and agreed to stay for a while as the castle's priest. He was the one that called Ingrid the witch.
Yeah.
The tapestry shows the feast Herman attended. The tapestry full of
Oh, he's in the tapestry. Where's that gone? I think we got it. I want to be certain.
Yeah,
I don't like losing.
Your hands are freezing.
Oh, it's cold. This is why I'm terrible at Minecraft.
Yeah. Wait, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Freya Herman, I think, is in another thing.
He's on the QR code.
Yeah, wherever that's from. Oh, yeah. He's balding. Oh, him.
Next, is there any incident in which Herman might have killed Graves even by accident?
We listen to the song.
The killed him by accident is when Ingrid could have looked at the shooting wound, but he was calling her a witch because she was using herbology.
Maybe, yeah.
Graves was shoved and took a severe blow to the head. Does this wound sound familiar? In the description of the chapel, the guidebook says, "Oh, we didn't actually read the guidebook." The guidebook says Graves fought with Freya over a religious relic during the winter storm, so he got hit with a religious relic on the head. When was that?
Yeah, we might have missed that.
Baron and his household. Well, in the chapter, see if you can spot Graves to an altar. Legend says that during a winter storm, the third Baron Sherwell argued with a visiting Freya at this spot, fighting over a holy relic. The Baron apparently stole while on campaign in France. As tempers rose, the Freya shoved Baron Sherwell, who fell hard on the altar and hit his head, leaving a crack in the stone that has survived to this day. The Baron's son, Thomas ordered the Freya stripped naked and run laps through snow as punishment, but the clergy was nevertheless kept on as the castle resident priest for some time more. When was the storm?
Well, it would be winter.
Oh, 80. So it was before. Note on how photos of Graves' skeleton show Graves suffered a head wound. Can we date this fight between Herman and Graves? Read the modern letter from St. Paul Church.
Might miss something big.
No, because that was it was in 1380. Yeah.
Yes. Reported to have stayed at the abbey in the summer of the year 1381. Left the staff
Oh shit.
prior continued his travels. As a special note to you and your team, Friar Herman is to note to have just arrived from an extended stay at Sherwell Castle. Wait, no, so it was before. Fortunately, one of our young priests took a light into the task, eagerly reorganizing all paper records that have survived throughout the ages. As such, he located the mention of the staff. A Friar Herman of the Dominican Order of Preachers is purported to have stayed at the abbey in the summer of the year 1381 and left the staff in care of the abbot as the Friar Herman continued his travels. Of a special note to you and your team, Friar Herman is noted to have just arrived from an extended stay at Sherwood Castle. Does that mean that he's just come back from Friar Castle at this point?
I don't think it's him. I don't think it's
Yeah, I think it means that he's just come back in the summer of 81.
yeah, so it's not him.
Yeah.
The Lambert Harcourt. I think you might be right.
Right.
I think it might be Sir Lambert. Who's a Harcourt and what is his relationship to Graves?
He was the one that saved Graves' life by jumping in front of an
Harcourt
arrow.
is a loyal follower of Graves, going so far as to save his life. Do we know what Harcourt looked like? Studied the tapestry photo.
Well, right side, wasn't he?
Yeah, we figured that out.
Yeah, well, we guessed.
The tapestry shows a knight in blue and white checkered tunic. Freya Herman, the memoir mentions he sat next to a knight, and the Sherwood Castle guidebook proves the tunic pattern is Harcourt's coat of armor. Next is any incident in which Harcourt might have killed Graves.
The arrow.
Attorney was held at Sherwell Castle in 1377, which Harcourt won.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah, as well.
Someone who rode against who in the joust. By following the observation on who was eliminated, we learned that Graves rode against Harcourt in the final bout.
Yeah. He saw that in the final.
Yeah. Note on the photo of Graves' skeleton show Graves suffered a broken clavicle If Graves died in 1377 from Harcourt is the killer, but Harcourt was later seen by Ingrid during the time of Graves' hunting incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is said that wound is said to have killed the devil, aka
The arrow killed the devil.
aka Graves.
Yeah, but I don't think it was that one.
I think it was that one.
Anyway, carry on.
Lady Matilda. Who is Matilda and what is her relationship to Graves? We figured that out. Lady Matilda is Graves' lover, though the relationship is rocky due to his controlling nature. Do we know what Matilda looks like?
The woman and
Yeah. The noblewoman seated at dinner is likely Matilda, as Herman's memoir mentions Matilda's handmaiden is seated at the far end of the table next to where the nobleman is sat. Next, does Matilda have a moat to kill Graves? Yeah, he's super controlling towards her.
and killed her dog, I think.
Ingrid's letter and Herman's memoir both mention Graves confined Matilda to a castle to punish her. Ingrid also describes Matilda stabbing Graves in the side with a brooch. Is there any evidence this stabbing took place? Yeah. No, on the photo, Graves' skeleton shows the wound in the side. Matilda's brooch is dug up during the modern archaeological excavation. Can we determine when the stabbing happened? Note that Matilda and Grave fought in the castle kennels. The record.
Oh, the kennels was shut down.
Yeah. The recorded message from confirmed that kennels were demolished autumn 1379, so it couldn't have been the brooch.
Yeah.
If Grave died sometimes earlier than the autumn of 1379, yeah, it's not Matilda. I'm like 99% sure it's a Lambert.
We need to check Henry.
Yeah, I'm checking him now. Henry Graves is the son of Robert Graves. Do we know what Henry looked like in the tapestry? Yeah, we guessed it's the one to his right.
Yeah.
Tapestry shows a nobleman in blue and black tunic. Freya Herman's song poem mentions Graves sat in the centre and his two sons on either side. And Shovel guide proves that the tunic. Okay, yeah. Next, is there any incident in which Henry might have killed Graves? The hunting. In the translation of Confession to Herman, Henry admits to shooting his father with a bow and arrow during the hunting accident in summer 1381. He doesn't have proof he fired the arrow that hit Graves, but is convinced he is guilty. Does this wound sound familiar? Note on the photo of Graves' skeleton shows Graves suffered a narrow chest wound. If Graves died in 1381 from the chest wound and Henry's confession is true, Henry's the killer. If you've covered all bases and you're stuck, oh,
That's the final hint. I don't think it's Henry. I think it's Lambert.
Yeah, I also think it's Lambert.
Yeah.
Final hint. Do not proceed unless you have read all of the others. Okay, whatever. When did Graves die?
1382, right?
Between 81 and 82.
Yeah.
Graves was last seen alive in 81 and 82. The evidence is in favor of 1382 is a minstrel's ballad quoted in newspaper clipping from the Upper Thames Herald.
Yeah.
This mentions the Barrow
That's where I saw it.
Showell, but doesn't give a name. Was this Robert Gravewell? Robert Graves. The ballad described the Baron as but one full year since lordly made, and since we know Graves was
he died in 81, but this is Thomas that they're talking about in here.
Which incident occurred in 81 that would have killed him?
The arrow.
Yeah, in translation of Henry's confession to Herman, dated summer 1381, he describes a hunting accident in which Graves was shot in the chest with a bow and arrow. This matches the chest wound from note on the photo of Graves' skeleton. Is there any additional info on the hunting accident that can help us uncover? Yeah, it has to be Lambert.
Yeah, Lambert shot.
During the hunting accident,
Lambert was missing, meant to he go and talk to what's her face, but didn't.
Well, during the hunting accident, the second part of translation of Henry's confession mentioned that Robert Graves wore Thomas's armor to keep warm. The armor was emblazed, how do you say that?
Emblazoned.
With Thomas's coat of arms, which had red background and which shows damage matching Graves' arrow wound. From a distance, anyone could mistake Graves for Thomas. So, did anyone have motive to kill Thomas? Lambert tried to kill Thomas because Thomas wanted to
steal the throne,
yeah,
or steal the castle.
Graves' letter to King Richard shows Harcourt hated Thomas and believed he had lied to his parentage to infiltrate the Graves household. He lied about being a bastard.
Yeah, because the teeth say that he wasn't actually related.
Should I just put it in the answer then?
Yeah. What's his name? Sir Harcourt Lambert.
Sir Lambert of Harcourt.
Don't know what it's required.
Oh, what you?
Arrow. Read it out. Catching a medieval murderer. Archaeologists announce killer of Robert the Cat. For centuries, amateur and professional historians alike have obsessed over the cat Graves, 3rd Baron Sherwell, and one of medieval Britain's most fascinating figures. New evidence has shown that Graves' death was no less intriguing than his life, as one of Baron's closest friends was behind his murder. An excavation of Sherwell Castle led by Giselle Evans of the University of South England uncovered Graves' skeleton. A team of archaeological investigators was assigned to pinpoint the year and cause of his death. The party to blame was Sir Lambert of Harcourt, a knight in Graves' service who was, while fiercely loyal to the Baron, harboured a grudge against Thomas of Llanwiner, the future 4th Baron of Sherwell. On a summer's day in 1381, Graves and his two sons, Thomas and Henry, set out to hunt in the woods near the castle. The investigation suggested Harcourt saw an opportunity to kill Thomas under the guise of a hunting accident. Harcourt ascended one of the towers of Sherwell Castle and took up a vantage point where he could shoot at the hunters with a bow and arrow. Unbeknownst to Harcourt, Graves had borrowed a coat of armor from Thomas. As the Baron emerged from the woods, Harcourt fired under the mistaken impression that the man he was shooting at was Thomas, and his arrow hit home.
Oh, the devil, Baron. The
In-
Baron was
in
wearing
red.
red,
Yeah.
and the Lambert was shooting from the tower, so it looked like God was shooting down on the devil.
Come to this conclusion, the investigative team used medieval documents to establish a timeline of events backed up by modern scientific analysis to fill in any gaps. This helped eliminate other possible suspects and nail down the year of Graves' death, which had not previously been established. Speaking at a conference last Monday, Evans said modern technology has been essential in our research. A 3D reconstruction of the castle revealed a previously undiscovered method of murder, shooting Graves from the Castle Osprey Tower, was shown to be possible in 1381, even though the structure has since collapsed.
Because that's where he had came with his face as white as snow.
Yeah. Evans went on to explain the excavation has received a new wave of funding from government grants and private donors. Team members at Sherwell Castle say the funding will go towards further paleo DNA testing, like that which helped shine light on the source behind other wounds on Graves' skeleton. Already, Evans was able to identify the 9 fabled life-threatening events that Robert the Cat, his moniker. 1. Tumbled down the castle staircase. 2. Kicked in the chest by a mule. 3. Nearly shot by a French yeoman. 4. Nearly drowned in River Sherwell. Yeah, we knew about these. 5. Attacked by embittered squire. 6. Violently unhorsed in a joust. Yeah. 7. Cracked skull from
Celestic.
a celestial scuffle.
From Freya.
Yeah, from the friar. 8. Stabbed by an enraged lover. 9. Slain by Sir Lambert of Harcourt. The course of the investigation also saw the resolution of a rash of thefts from the excavation. Sherwell County Constabulary has arrested Bartholomew Spencer, a member of the excavation staff, for theft and resale of several artifacts. Oh yeah, that was like the B plot.
Yeah.
The Sherwell Historical Volunteer Club, who maintains Sherwell Castle as a tourist destination, has vocally complained about not receiving a share of the research funding. A representative from the University of South England commented that the club will receive several key artifacts after the excavation is complete as a sign of goodwill, including a medieval brooch and Harcourt's bow, which was used to kill the Baron himself.
Slay.
Slay!